Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. This will be your current energy reading, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome. This is a seer's world, right? A seer's world. To those keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love, as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly. You can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead. Okay. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. Let us talk to the divine. This will be your current energy reading from the divine. Okay. So I'm channeling like a headache. You might be experiencing headaches or stress, but headache is a sign of stress. So yeah, take it out, applies for your reality, but that energy needs to be cleansed in your reality. Okay, Sagittarius, is like you're under immense pressure or stress, or you're just going through a lot mentally and it's causing some form of headaches. That's what I'm channeling. Okay. Okay, we got the Five of Swords here. So where's the Five of Swords energy? We got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So I see here that, like you need like a break. Like you need a break. Like there's so much that you've done in your life. Like it's not just about like you need a break for the day. It's almost like mentally you need a mental break before you mentally break. Sagittarius, like you're being too hard on yourself, or you're being too like deep with it, or you are like, it's like you need to loosen up, like go out, like go have a drink, or stay indoors and make yourself a nice drink and watch a movie and actually watch it, and not think too much about it. Have that drink and actually drink it with pleasure and not think too much about it. Throw it in a circle with your person if you have one and not think too much about it. Friggin' do something, Sagittarius, outside of just stressing and being concerned and worried and like anxiety or this pressure that you're under, or some form of mental, something's going on here with you, right? Yeah, you need to temper yourself. You need to call your energy back in. You need to stand in your power. You are the temperance energy. Like you are meant to not worry. Like you might be someone that weathers storms easily, like problems and turbulences and chaos. Like you just breeze through it like it's nothing. But then in that breezing through it, you might neglect yourself, like in the process. Just because you can handle it so well doesn't mean you should allow yourself to constantly be put under the microscope of it. Like, damn, like I'm going through this, or this is happening, this happened. Like it's okay for it to not like weigh on you the way you think it should, because you are someone that is not meant to go through things like that. Like some people, like let's take for instance Cancer, right? Cancerian, they go through things and they have to cry. Like it's a part of their process. Cancers have to cry. Libras have to talk, as well as Gemini. Aquarius has to go away and like be somewhere else. Pisces has to forget and like dive deep into something completely opposite to what they're facing. You know, Virgo has to like go within and actually sit and never like come out until it's over. Like something like, you know, it's like everyone has their thing. Your thing is to like, you have to be still. Like you are stillness. Temperance is just calm, like um chilling, you know, like that's your energy. That's what I'm saying. You need to call your energy back, or you need to stand in your power, because that's your power. Stillness, like you are naturally like that, like just calm, chilling, um unbothered, unfazed most of the time. You never intimidated, like it's just you just chilling. So whatever you face in life that takes you away from that, don't give it that much power, because it's taking you away from who you actually are within your own energy. You keep stressing. What are you stressing about? Like take a nap. Like um trust me, like stress doesn't do anything. I used to be a chronic stressor. Like I think all my life I've been a chronic stressor. And I remember there was a time in my life where it's like, I'm being called to speak about this. There was a time in my life where my stomach and my neck, even till this day, I have neck problems, like body aches. But I remember specifically, like I used to literally be so tight. Like my stomach used to feel like I'm like holding my breath in. It was the tension of the stress. Like I used to chronically stress about every single thing, every single second of the day, and it made me sick. Like I had no appetite. I struggled to eat. Like I was super skinny, unable to really be happy as well. You know, and when I realized, like it really took away my life. Like it took away from me living. Because if I look back at that, what was the point of that? If I look back on that, what was the point of it? So you're being called to like reevaluate. Like, is it really worth like stressing, or do you feel like you have to stress because the situation, you know, is stressful? The situation is stressful. You don't have to attach yourself to the stress that it comes with. It's already that. It's like an analogy, a reference point, a case study, an example. Say, for instance, there's a family out there that has a relative that is deeply ill and they're in a coma or something. Would it make it better or worse if they all constantly like, damn, they're in a coma, damn, they're in a coma? Like, it's already that. Like, how about we figure out a way to calm our nerves? Someone make some tea, let's just like get our minds off of it, you know? Like, so I don't know, Sagittarius, but that's the energy, kind of like, that's just an analogy though, a reference point, a case study, an example on how to like navigate through the current energy that you're in. Like, just let it be what it is, but don't attach yourself to it. Like, you're not that. Like, that's just what you're facing. Ace of Swords. It's like there's beauty in everything, you know, even in the darkest of the darkest of the darkest situations, you know, there is like beauty there. Like there's beauty in what you're going through right now, and you're being called to see it. Like, see the beauty in what you're going through, recognize it, acknowledge it, and speak life into it. So whatever you're facing, speak beauty onto that situation by, you know, speaking life into it. Like, oh, everything's gonna be okay, you know, we'll get through it. You know, don't attach yourself to things that don't matter, or put yourself under a microscope within your own emotions and thoughts that, like, why am I thinking this? You remember when you felt like this, now like that emotion is coming back up again. Like, why is it here? Like, it's like you're going through so much. Like, you need a break. Like, you need a mental break. It's like, I feel like you're learning to, you're developing a relationship with your mind. It's very beautiful what's going on, even though it feels something like something else, or you think of it in a specific perspective. But it's a beautiful experience to be able to understand your mind. You know, some people, they don't even think, or they have no capacity to think straight or have rational thoughts, or they can't compartmentalize their own understanding. So in this energy that you're in, it's beautiful that you acknowledge what you're going through and you're strong and stern in it. It's not breaking you at all. I see here that you don't really care, but it's like it's stressing you out though. Or there's something that you went through that is putting you in this situation. Take it how it applies, okay? But like you need a break, like you need a break. It's like if you have a friend, like I have a friend, right? We have great conversations every time she's around. We just like let loose, like we just talk and like it's light, light in the energy, so you need something like that, like something that is of light. When someone says, oh, I want to have a light meal, they go for a salad or a sandwich. Someone's like, I want to watch something light, something that's not too heavy on your mind, like you need things like that. Things that are just, Page of Pentacles is just like, it's light. It's like, something to that's not deep. It's not deep, like at all, even a little bit, like at all, so you need some of that light, some of that light energy going, like even white candles could help, not could, they will, but you need to light it with the intention that it will help you. You need to activate it with the intention of the belief you have in it, so light a white candle in your home, put it next to your bed when you go to sleep, or light it when you are in the vicinity, whatever area of your place of rest. Have holy water, pray over your water and drink it. That's holy water. And understand that like nothing is going to come from you stressing, being concerned and worried, anxious, anxiety, or panic, or bothered and phased or intimidated. Nothing's going to come from that. You already know that. That's not your energy. It never will be. That's not who you are. What you face might bring those emotions and thoughts, but don't attach it to your identity. It's not you. It's just what you're facing. Again, right? As we established that. Yeah, you're not trapped. Don't feel trapped. You're not trapped, Sagittarius. You're not trapped. You're not. Like you're not at all. Things are not what they seem. You're not trapped. Like you're not. And with time, you're gonna understand yourself from a different perspective. Once you get through things, it comes with experience at the end of the day. Like when you experience in a specific way, you are able to understand from a higher perspective, right? Or in a manner that you might not have understood before. Now you have that level of understanding, or you might not have seen something like that, and now you see it in a completely different way, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and the North Node. This was your current energy reading, okay, Sagittarius. This was your reading from the divine. I'm grateful for your time. This was a seer's world, okay? So those keen or interested in becoming Patreon members, on my Patreon, I offer, weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love, as well as ancestral lineage readings. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, career, and finances, as well as ancestral messages. I also now offer one-on-one sessions / life coach sessions. Those will be once off and not monthly, and you can only book me for those directly via my email, which will be listed in my description box below, as well as the link to my Patreon if you'd rather join my Patreon instead, okay? Thank you so much, Sagittarius. I'll see you soon, beloved. Goodbye.